Hello everyone, it's Aiden365 here. Continuing through the week, playing you excerpts from Shostakovich's 7th Symphony, the Leningrad Symphony. I thought I'd move on to the second movement and play you the main theme tonight from the second movement. But before I do, I thought I would set the scene for when this piece was finally performed in Leningrad. It wasn't premiered in Leningrad, but its initial performance was elsewhere. But when it finally was performed in Leningrad, the city had been under siege for a long time, and it was against great odds that an orchestra was managed to be collected together, I think would be the right way to describe it, in order to get the forces of, as I've said before, approximately 100 musicians. Starvation and all kinds of, I suppose, pestilence and disease had been rife in the city, and getting the Russian musicians together was a huge deal for the Soviet authorities. When the piece was finally performed, it was played through speakers. It was broadcast, that's the word I'm searching for. It was broadcast all through the city and also loudly towards the German lines that were not too far from Leningrad's city walls. The thought being to try and show some resilience, and I think, if I've understood correctly, it worked very much. There's a lot more I could say about it, but here is the theme from the second movement. And that's how the second movement opens of this huge piece. The first movement, which you've heard over the last couple of days, plays for about somewhere between 25 and 30 minutes, depending on who's conducting, which makes this second movement extremely short. It's only at the most about a quarter of an hour, so it's the little movement, if you will. More of this and on. It's perhaps not the happiest piece, but it is certainly one of the most famous in the symphonic repertoire. I will see you tomorrow, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. More of the second movement, or shall we indeed move on to the third? Watch this space.